There are a lot of really cool Avengers Endgame theories out there, but there's one that just keeps popping back into the news in different versions, and man, I can't stand this theory. We're debunking it right now. Stay up to date about the nerdy things that you care about. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next episode. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you. Now, before we get into the news, I need to shout out Mirage Uchiha, who got the nerd card question correct yesterday. And just look at this answer. This is so in-depth. I actually only thought of 4 different people that hit the Hulk in the MCU, but look at this list and potential list of off-screen people as well. It's just a great answer. Shout out to you, Mirage. We'll do another nerd card question at the end of this video. All right, guys, we gotta do our best to kill this theory, this thing that just keeps popping up in different versions, and it all has to do with the greater threat that will be in Avengers Endgame. Now, the newest version of this theory comes from Reddit user AK2Sup, and it follows this thread of consciousness about a new greater threat, and this all has to do with that toy leak we got months and months ago now with Rocket and Thor, and this little line on the back of the packaging that said Rocket and Thor face greater threats, and everybody thinks there's gonna be a big greater threat in Avengers Endgame because of this. The basic idea and what a lot of people are running with is that some greater threat will come into the universe, and all of the Avengers and perhaps Thanos himself will have to divert and address this major threat, having kind of a huge twist in Endgame, and maybe the snap gets undone because of a consequence of fighting this new threat or something. Now, to the credit of AK2Sup, he actually puts a new twist on this theory, linking things to the Doctor Strange movie, talking about the CGI character that Benedict Cumberbatch supposedly shot a big scene with, and he speculates that Dormammu will re-enter the fold and be a big villain in Endgame, turning a bunch of people into mindless ones and, you know, causing a big problem for everyone, and the Avengers are gonna have to defeat Dormammu, and maybe Thanos will help them. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't even know what people are thinking when they're coming up with these things. Let's just break it down at its simplest form and talk about why this theory is absolutely crazy. Now, the basic reason that this doesn't make any sense is because Thanos clearly has to be the main villain of Endgame. I mean, I even saw people in the Reddit thread where this guy posted this theory. They're talking about this as well. You cannot do 10 years of filmmaking. You cannot do a huge cliffhanger in Infinity War and then just have a different villain in Endgame. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why people believe this. Now, is it possible that cosmic entities such as the one above all or Eternity will come to face Thanos in Endgame? Totally. There's precedence for this in the comic books, but they're technically not the greater threat. And even AK2Sup points this out in his Reddit post, because they wouldn't really threaten the Avengers. They'd be coming after the stones. They'd be coming after Thanos. Is it also possible we'll get a new big bad that's kind of spoiled or teased in Endgame? Yeah, it's totally possible. Marvel does this all the time, but it will not take the main stage away from Thanos. And just because this might happen with the new bad guy and the cosmic entities does not mean that it is connected to this toy leak at all. In fact, I still hold the belief that this is just a cool little one-liner put on the back of packaging to get kids hyped about buying a toy. I don't think it has anything to do with what will happen in Endgame. And even if it did, here's my big problem with theories like this. It's like, look, they're both clearly in these quantum realm suits. Why do none of the theories about the greater threat have to do with them running into this greater threat in the quantum realm? Is it not obvious that if this was actually hinting at something that'll happen in the movie, that it would be something that happened in the quantum realm? I mean, in my opinion, the only way this works is if it's some kind of a mini boss or perhaps a danger that's in the quantum realm, like those bug things that'll look cute but totally kill you. Or maybe a swarm of something close to the annihilation wave because there's a villain in the quantum realm. Sure, that could work. That could be really cool, but it's gonna be like a mini boss, a small little part of the film. There's no way that's the main villain for Endgame. Now, technically, it is possible that there's this huge problem, and whatever the big issue is in Phase 4 of the MCU will be started in Endgame. I've often speculated that I think reality might be breaking, perhaps the incursions where 2 realities are colliding at the center point of Earth. Perhaps that'll be happening. Perhaps this ties into the Beyonders or some other alien that's similar, and whatever the Avengers or Thanos does in Endgame is such a problem that they're shutting the whole thing down. They're destroying reality, and that is a big issue moving forward. But again, it's not going to take the attention away from Thanos. But that is the news out there, guys. Another Reddit theory regarding the greater threat is being popularized out there, being clicked on and reported by other media outlets. I wanted to talk about it here, cut it off at the pass. No offense to AK2 sub, but there's no way your theory's true, bro. And there's no way this greater threat is actually gonna be taking any stage time away from Thanos. Let me know what you think about this. Why do you think people are so obsessed with this greater threat thing? Is there something I'm missing? Do you have proof that there will be a greater threat in Endgame? Whatever you're thinking about it, let me know in the comments section below. Now let's check the nerd card before we get out of here. I want to know, what is the name of Peter Quill's mother in the MCU? I couldn't think of this off the top of my head. I wonder if you can. Answer that question in the comment section below. Hit that like button on your way out and stay tuned. There's a lot of cool content coming to this channel, the gaming channel, and the Twitch. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.